things that's been hard for me in my relationships is going deep and sharing who I am, what I'm about, and what I've been through.
We are getting a closer look at Matt James's Bachelor contestants and reacting to all the new photos. Hey guys, welcome back to another Shared News from Home. We're taking a look at each of the women from Matt James's Bachelor season ahead of Monday's premiere. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Gabby Gonta, and I'm joined by the awesome Avery Grooms today. Hi, Avery.
Hello, Gabby.
So tons of new photos dropped from Monday's episode, so let's get into it. Matt James's season is just a few days away now, and Bachelor Nation is already so ready. So Avery, I want to know your thoughts based on everything we've seen so far, everything they've been teasing to us. What are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to getting to know Matt a little more and kind of seeing his personality. I'm also interested to see what types of girls he's into and just how he handles certain situations. So I'm just interested to see how it all plays out by having him as the Bachelor.
Me too. I think I'm ready for another Bachelor season that isn't Peter's. You know, we need just a clean slate.
Oh, yeah.
And I always love when it's the girls as contestants. So I'm excited for a whole new batch of girls, all the drama and all the friendships. And that's what we're going to take a look at today. So let's check out these new photos from the night one limo entrances to see what we can figure out before the episode. All right, to kick things off, this right here is Kimberly. She's 28 and it says she's an airline recruiter from Seattle, Washington. So, Avery, what do you think she just gave Matt as a gift there? I can't really tell. Oh, it's a fish. Is it a fish?
I first thought they were like flowers, but is it a fish? I don't know. Interesting.
It looks like
I really like her
some sort of
hair.
fish.
I like her dress, but I don't know what's in his hand.
She's from Seattle. Maybe like the fish markets are a big thing there, aren't they?
Oh, wait, yeah, I think you're right. I think that's it.
Maybe so. I haven't been there, but I feel like that might be a way to break the ice and let him know where she's from. Up next is Kristin. She's 27 and an attorney from Jersey City, New Jersey. So not much to go on in this photo other than they're all smiles. But the fact that she's an attorney reminds me of Rachel Lindsay, who did very well on the shows. She's clearly a smart girl. So what do you think about, what's your first impression of Kristin? Is she going to make it far?
She looks super friendly, just based off of the eye contact, leaning forward. I'm just going off of this picture, what it gives me, but she looks like a good time. So far, so good.
Next up, we have Rachel. She's 24, a graphic designer from Cumming, Georgia. I love her dress. I love dark greens, and she looks really fun too. I'm curious if Matt is going to be more into like brunettes or blondes or what, what's his style.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I wonder if he has a type. I don't know. That's what I'm interested in seeing. She looks a little more nervous than the last girl, though. She's like leaned a little more back. I don't know.
That's
it's hard
true.
to tell off just a picture.
Yeah. In this photo, we have Sine. She is 25 and she's an IT consultant from Denver, Colorado. So she's wearing a nice formal silky black dress, and then we have the fuzzy slippers underneath. I already love her because this is definitely my style, choosing comfort over being uncomfortable in the heels. What do you think?
Absolutely. And it's a great icebreaker. And she already knows she has a long night ahead, so she looks pretty prepared in slippers, not heels. That's the way to go.
Exactly. The other girls should take note. Next up, we have Sarah. She is 24 and a broadcast journalist from San Diego, California. Love it. So I'm sure she has a big, bubbly personality, such a pretty dress. What do you think about Sarah so far?
Yeah, I'm sure she has a way with her words. I really like the dress as well. She looks cute.
Very cute. Next up, we have Serena C. There's a couple Serenas this season. So Serena C is 24 and she's a flight attendant from San Francisco, California. So it was lots of drama with the flight attendants last Bachelor season with Peter because he was a pilot. But here we have another flight attendant. It's a popular profession on this show, but she looks really cute and I'm excited to be there. What do you think?
Same. I totally agree. I feel like we haven't seen a really hideous dress yet. Everyone's really well dressed. So that's good. That always says a lot about a person.
And the next Serena P is 22 and she's a publicist from Toronto, Canada. So it looks like there's a bit of a height difference here. And she made up for it by bringing a stool so they could be on the same level. Actually, looking at this photo right now, Matt looks insanely tall. I don't even know exactly how tall he is,
He
but
looks
wow, he
so
looks tall.
tall.
Maybe this girl's just like pretty tiny, but that was a cute move for her to do on the first night. What do you think?
That was cute. At first, I was like, okay, she has some really high heels on, but I just realized she's standing on something. So that's super cute. And I really like that dress as well.
Exactly. It's going to be tough for them to end up kissing, though. She's going to have to bring this stool everywhere she goes. Here we have Piper. She's 23 and a graduate student from Happy Valley, Oregon. This is also a beautiful colored dress. I love her hair. And she looks a little nervous too, sort of leaning back, and Matt looks a little bit nervous, but hopefully they hit things off. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting very like humble vibes. I like that she did a long sleeve. So cute.
Here we have Sydney. She's 28 and a marketing specialist from Nashville, Tennessee. So we've got a Southern girl in here. I'm wondering if Matt is going to be into the Southern girls. I know Hannah Brown was from Alabama and she's like one of the very Southern bachelorettes and she's really good friends with Matt after dating Tyler. So interesting if he'll like lean into that Southern aspect or if he'll be, more into the city girls or something like that. What do you think?
I know. I can't wait to see because I feel like obviously right now it's a little too soon to tell, but he definitely has to have a preference. So I'm just interested to see what that is. But she looks super excited to be there.
Mhm. Here we have Victoria, who is 27, and it says her occupation is that she's a queen from Los Angeles, California. So I wonder if she's like playing off the fact that her name is Victoria, like a Queen Victoria thing, and that was going to be her thing. I mean, she's clearly wearing a tiara. Seems like she brought the king's crown to then give to Matt to wear, and he looks like super excited about it. He looks like he's laughing, and she looks a little bit shy, even though I think we've seen in other promos that she's kind of the crazy one to look out for this season.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about just the fact that she's showing up and proclaiming herself as a queen from LA?
I mean, this right here is cute, but based off the promos, we saw that she doesn't really take off the tiara too often. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm just curious to what her real occupation is, like whatever queen means, but I wonder what she really does. She just seems like trouble already.
Definitely trouble. Next up, we have Abigail. She's 25 and a client financial manager from Beaverton, Oregon. So I haven't heard of that town. Might be a small town. She works in finance, but she seems really cute. What do you think?
Yeah, really cute. I love the color. We haven't really seen any blondes yet, I feel like.
Oh, you're right. Here is Alicia. She's 24 and a professional ballerina from New York City, New York. That is really cool.
That's so
am
cool.
like obsessed with dancers. I like wish I was a dancer in my like past life. It's just like such a cool profession. So I think he's going to be really into that too. And that's something that they can talk about. Here is Lana. She's 26 and a photographer from Toronto, Canada. So this is the second girl from Canada, I think. So they're really like branching out a little bit. But here they are sharing some spaghetti. That's kind of like the cute moment from Lady and the Tramp. What do you think about her
Yes, Lady and the
using
Tramp.
this?
I think that's so cute. I was just trying to remember what that movie was called. Such a classic. I think that's a really original idea.
It's like kind of an excuse to maybe kiss on their first meeting.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to wait and see like what happens with that. This is Amber. She's 30 and a nursing student from Costa Mesa, California. So here we go. Here's a blonde. She's wearing a white dress. It's just another classic holding the hands moment, getting to know each other. But even though, there's no crazy props or anything in a couple of these girls' photos, those are some of the ones that, they really make a first impression connection and they end up going a long way. So what do you think?
Mm-hmm. And I think this is the first 30-year-old we've seen so far. So she's a little bit closer to his age. I'm also wondering if he's going to go for younger girls, older girls. I'm interested to see what the vibe is there as well. But she also looks super cute. Everyone so far has been extremely cute.
Mhm. Next up is Anna. She's 24 and a copywriter from Chicago, Illinois. So I'm trying to see what she's holding. Is it like a first aid kit, do we think?
No, it's a bag of something, and then she's holding like a ball, or I could not tell what that is, but
Yeah.
looks
I don't know.
interesting.
She's got her bag of tricks
Mhm.
to impress him for sure. This is Carolyn. She's 30, another 30-year-old, and she's a journalist from Los Angeles, California. So they're not holding hands in this picture, a little bit nervous, it seems like, but she's one of the ones on the older side. So I'm sure she's mature and ready for this journey. What do you think?
I agree. Also, no props, which, like we said, sometimes is better. So I don't know. She looks like a nice girl. I love this color as well. I feel like I'm complimenting everyone's dress, but I really like them.
It's really the best part about night one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Cassandra. She's 25 and a social worker from Newport Beach, California. We've got another Cali girl, and she seems to be rocking the football getup. So she's got the jersey and the helmet. I'm assuming to talk about Matt's involvement with football. We know he played college football and tried out for the NFL. So obviously that's an icebreaker for her to say that she must love football as well. What do you think?
Yes, she clearly did her research, and now she took more of a sporty approach. I know she's wearing a dress under, but that's cute how she wore a football kind of like costume. And he seems to love it as well. It looks like he's almost clapping for her. So good job.
Next up, we have Chelsea. She's 28 and a runway model from Brooklyn, New York. As soon as we saw this photo, I could tell she was a model because she is just so stunning. And I love that haircut. She can rock it so well. It looks like they're getting along already. What do you think?
Yeah, she's so tall. And I love the backless dress. That looks amazing on her.
Yeah. So maybe maybe he's gonna need tall girls because for
Yeah.
that height difference there. Here we have Corinne. She's 22 and a marketing manager from Pomfret, Connecticut. So one of the younger ones. She certainly looks very sophisticated though, and pretty buttoned up and like, more reserved, it seems like. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I actually don't like this dress, but that doesn't matter as long as she has a great personality. The name Corinne kind of triggered me from what season was it?
Very true. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure she's a great girl.
Yeah. Next up is Imani. She's 25 and a realtor from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So she looks very excited to be there. They seem to be hitting it off already. Love this dress as well. What do you think about Imani?
Yeah, they're all smiles in this picture. So maybe she made him laugh. I don't know. Whatever it is, the outcome looks good.
Next up, we have Iliana, 25, and she's a health food developer from New York City. So she's carrying a purse. None of the other girls had purses, but it seems like she has something that she's showing him. It looks like it smells weird, maybe. I don't know. It says she works in food, so maybe it's like a crazy food item or maybe one of her favorite foods. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, she has him laughing too. So whatever it is, it was a good call. But we never see anyone walk out with a bag. So obviously she probably brought her prop in that, but it's just funny because we never see that.
Yeah. Next up, we have Jasenia. She's 27 and a social media marketer from San Antonio, Texas. So she's a Texas girl, works in social media, looks really cute. Another short girl. But love this dress. What do you think about their connection? It just looks pretty nice and smooth sailing right here.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Nice and smooth sailing. She seems sweet, but it's really hard to tell from these pictures. I could call one girl nice, and then it turns out she might be the villain. So
I know it's going to be funny
worth 1,000 words.
It's going to be funny to watch this video back, like after the season's over, and we know all the girls' personalities.
Yeah,
And it's like we were totally off.
totally off.
Next up, we have Kylie. She's 26 and a hostess from Chicago, Illinois. And this looks like she's the infamous one who wears lingerie and asks Matt to help pick out the dress that she's going to wear on the first night. I'm surprised we haven't seen this before because it seems like a good way to go. It's certainly not a safe route. This is pretty bold, but clearly she's confident, more confident than any of the other girls. And I can't even really tell by Matt's face if he's liking this or if he's just trying to play it cool. But how do you think he's going to react to this crazy moment?
I think he's trying to play it cool. Like he has like the Arthur fist going on. But I mean, we get it. You have a great figure. You want to show it off. Whatever.
I know, right? Now we're all sitting here jealous. Now she's like, if I don't make it, anywhere past the first night, at least I need him to let him know that I'm fit or whatever. Yeah, I'm very
Right.
interested to see how this is all going to go down. All right, next up we have Katie. She's 29 and a bank marketing manager from Renton, Washington. And she is certainly breaking the ice. Looks like she brought a vibrator as her prop.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Very, very interesting. Just kicking it right off. I feel like they have gotten, raunchier and raunchier every season.
Oh,
What do you
yes.
think?
I mean, he seems to enjoy it. It could be like genuine laughs or maybe a nervous laugh because there's a couple ways you could react to this. So who knows? Interesting choice of prop to bring.
For sure. She's going to stand out one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is Kayla. She is 28 and a healthcare advocate from Durham, North Carolina. So this is just another sweet photo. She looks gorgeous. I honestly can see them like together. They're such a cute couple. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. They already look cute together. Love the hair. Love the just being herself. Didn't bring anything along. It's always good.
Next up is Lauren. She's 29 and a corporate attorney from Miami, Florida. So we've got another attorney. She also looks very smart and confident, got a big smile on her face. That's the first thing I noticed. But what do you think about Lauren?
Super sweet. Very pretty. I have a feeling he's going to like smart girls. I hope. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up is Maggie. She's 32 and a pharmacist from Adwa, Ethiopia. So I think this is our first international contestant. Very cool. I think he's going to be totally into that. I love her entire look. What do you think, Avery?
Same. Love the hair. Love the dress.
Next up, we have Mary. She's 24 and a marketing director from Odenton, Maryland. So she's used to the cold. Let's just say that. But I love this color dress. What do you think about the two of them?
Looks good to me. I mean, I can't really tell what kind of facial expression he's making, but it seems like a good one. So it's always great.
I think he's excited for sure. Next up, we have Marilyn. She's 28 and an event coordinator from Studio City, California. So she seems like another short one, but I do love this dress, and she's from LA. What do you think about her, Avery?
Yeah, I mean, as an event coordinator, she probably has great taste and a lot of good ideas. So that's always interesting. Great assets to have. So she'll show that off. We'll see.
Last but not least, we have MJ. She's 23 and a hairstylist from Hudson, Ohio. So it looks like she brought pizza for Matt and 2 large pizzas. So maybe for the other girls as well. That's kind of clutch on a night like this. And I think she's going to be really popular among Matt and the other girls. What do you think?
Absolutely. I feel like bringing food is an automatic win. Everyone's going to love you because they're going to want to have some. And I mean, I know they eat when they like change their mics, but I feel like everyone's starving. It's such a long night. The first night, especially, you see girls go home when like the sun is rising. So
Yeah.
good job on the pizza. That was a good call. And love the hair. Wow.
Yes. I already want to be her friend. Here we have Kit. She's 21 and a socialite from New York City. So I think she's the youngest contestant and she's also kind of famous. She's Cynthia Rowley's daughter. If you know who that is, she's a fashion designer and has several high-end boutiques around. So I mean, it says her occupation is a socialite. Not really quite sure what that means. Obviously, it just seems like she's traveling in the circles of her parents, going to events and things like that. But do you think, this is going to come up, or is Matt going to know who her parents are? Is that going to be a factor in their love story? What do you think, Avery?
I definitely think it'll come up. Maybe she'll just flat out say who her parents are, or some other girls somehow know, but I don't know if that will play a role in like the relationship. I don't know. She looks super bubbly and bold.
Yeah, I do love this dress. So it makes sense that her mom works in fashion.
Yeah.
All of these girls look so awesome. We can't wait to see all these moments unfold on Monday. There's so many different things. Like you said, we could tell some things from the photos, like the pizza, she's going to be a hit, and then some other ones. We feel like their connections are going to just be blossoming right from that first moment that we meet. All right, after that, Avery, I want to know your thoughts. What are your overall predictions for what's going to go down? We liked most of these girls' looks, but we can't really tell. Do you think it's going to be a crazy wild season, or are we going to see a successful end like we did with Tayshia and Claire? What do you think?
I mean, we're complimenting all the girls right now, and it looks great from just of one photo. But I know even from just like the first night, a bunch of crazy stuff is going to go down, especially with a bunch of young girls on a reality TV show. That's basically what's expected. Also, just having the promos in mind, we saw a lot of drama. So I'm expecting a lot of tension, a lot of rumors, gossiping, all that stuff that comes with it, and more. I'm just more interested to see how Matt handles all this and what kind of girls he's after, and just seeing him in this type of environment is going to be what's most interesting. So I can't wait.
I agree. I think we've seen a lot from the girls trying to show their personality, obviously, because they really have to stand out, especially on this first night. But we haven't really seen that much of Matt yet, even in these photos, in the promo. So I'm excited to find out his first reactions as well. Everything's kicking off with Matt James this season. We cannot wait, and make sure that you stay tuned to all our videos because we'll be right back here covering everything Matt James. Of course, we want to know your comments on all these girls. So let us know who stood out to you. Who do you think is going to make it all the way with Matt James? Let us know in the comments before you go. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. I'm your host, Gabby Gonta, and I was joined by Avery Grooms today. If you want to catch up with us on social, you can follow us at our handles on the screen right now. Come say hi and talk all things Matt James. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye.